Well, of course, normally we're here in our kitchen talking recipes, showing different meals, but today we're talking about getting your kitchen in order, decluttering, organizing, all that good stuff. Here with some great tips, we have Kylie Wade and Margaret Porterfield of Organizing for Life. Ladies, it is great to have you on the show.
Thank you.
Fair warning, do not open any drawers or look in any cupboards. Right? I mean, I feel like our kitchen is the most used room in our house. It's a little crazy.
Yeah, it truly is the heart of the home, but just as quickly, it can become chaotic. We can have those cluttered countertops. We can open those cabinets and
it just falls right out, right?
Exactly.
Or you need that one spice that's all the way back. And you guys, of course, will go into a home and just do it all for us if we'd like, right?
Yes, that's what we love to do.
Really magical.
We love to do that.
And also, you've got some great tips, though, for us on things that we can do to really just kind of get a handle.
Certainly, yeah. So in our services, we go in and we love to declutter both client homes as well as businesses. And we just really have such a great time saying what truly has value to you in that edit process and saying, let's declutter, let's make sure that what you need day to day is most accessible to you. And then as we go through that decluttering process, of course, making sure that we're very meaningful and intentional with the donations that we take from clients' homes.
So I love how she said edit. Because we're going to edit, we're going to kind of get rid of some things, but we're going to put them to good use.
Exactly. So through the editing process, we try to make it a lot of fun. We pull things out, we categorize, and then we bring the client in to make it easy for them to see, like, why do I have 10 spatulas in the kitchen? Because they're in different drawers and you don't realize how many you have. So we help the client with the editing process, and then we work, we're organizing for life with well-placed donations. So we work very intentionally to take our client donations and give them back to people in the community that need them.
I think that's wonderful.
Yeah,
so you work with other nonprofit organizations to say, here's the other 9 spatulas that you didn't need. And now you have a little bit of space. And so let's show off some of the different accessories that you guys have that can really make our lives easier. I love the cutting board. It's like a filing system over here.
Exactly. So we love to be equally as intentional about the way that we put everything back in place. When we say we've done the edit, we're keeping these things. One way that we do that is we love to maximize vertical space. So I actually keep this in a little nook beside my microwave, and I grab these cutting boards, but it's also great for bakeware. And so if you have a tall cabinet or you can adjust your cabinet, it's great to get that shelf a little higher and say, now instead of grabbing a pile, you can pull out one at a time, and it's way less chaotic. And so we love solutions like this in client homes.
That's perfect, because then you can see which one you need, the big one or the smaller one.
Exactly, yes.
And I have spice envy right here. This
Isn't
is
it pretty?
Yes.
It is beautiful.
I can never find my garlic powder, right?
It is. They're always tucked behind things, and you can't find them. That's why we use spinners a lot in client homes. In kitchens, we like to use them when we're looking straight ahead at a shelf so that you're not having to reach behind. And then also if it's an up high shelf, so you can just touch with one hand and do the spinner and then see all the product that you have. Another way that we utilize them is in the corners of pantries. That where those shelves meet and there's kind of a little awkward space. If we put them right there in the corners, they work really, really well.
Nice. I like there is a lot of unused space. It's the inventory that we have. It's back there. You just can't get to it.
Exactly. And so what we also like to do too, in addition to the access, we love to bring visibility to what you have. And so you can see here, now decanting's not for everybody. And when we refer to decanting, we are of course referring to the act of taking things from one container and putting it in another. And so I love to do it because I love both the aesthetics of it. So you can see this is really nice versus I get my everything bagel from Trader Joe's or this from Food City. And you could have a plethora of different containers that they're all in, but this sort of makes that uniform aesthetic. But most important, you do also want to add some tape or some sort of label to indicate the expiration date as well, and they are perfectly functional.
Yeah, you do need an expiration date. I love when I come across one from like 2019.
It happens all the time.
Probably time to go.
Exactly.
This is great. I love this, and I love that it's clear.
Yes, we love using acrylic containers. One thing that we've noticed with client homes is in lower cabinets in kitchens, there's a very deep area that's not being optimized. So containers like this are a very cost-effective solution. It creates a drawer system for underneath the cabinet.
Oh, that is
and that way you can just pull it out easily, you can see what you have, and then tuck it back in, and it takes, it maximizes your space.
And I see we're going vertical over here again, which is important.
Exactly.
Yes, these are very another cost-effective solution. The dowel system, they just pop on and off, and you can adjust them for your own dishes. A lot of times clients only have like one upper cabinet, and we need to use that for glassware.
Okay.
So we can use this for drawers and put all of their dishes in there. You can do food storage containers. The possibilities are endless. And it helps people to know how to put them back in the right spot.
Which is important. And then on the end, of course, it is school time, snack time. You've got all those wonderful things for see-through where they can just grab and get their snack.
Exactly. So this is one other choice we make when we're choosing bins is we say, do we want it see-through? So for example, how accessible do we want the snacks? Like my 3-year-old, we kind of hide them. I don't necessarily have acrylic containers because he would eat that for every meal.
Right.
And then we would also use enclosed containers, which don't have to be costly because as you can see over here, we are hiding Mom's chocolate stash in a rather inconspicuous area.
She's repurposing. Honey, stay out of the coffee. It's chocolate. All right, great information. They're gonna put links to all of these different products if you would like to get some organization going in your kitchen. You can find them, of course, on Instagram as well as Facebook. It is Organizing for Life right here in the Tri-Cities area. Give them a call for more information and client services.